The alternative future of the world. Turkey invades Syria because of Syrian provocations. So the Turks start capturing some of Syria's coastline. With a few tens of thousands of soldiers. We've continued to march down the coastline in its entirety. Fine. At the same time, there's also a second advance made by Turkey up here. But they ultimately just decide to just press on north. And just press on from the north. To make the operation much faster. They start to also push it from the north, and the small amount of Syrian forces that are here steadily start to retreat. The forces start retreating further south and east. The Turkish forces attempt to link up. These weaker Syrian forces eventually manage to coalesce into a small bubble, which the Northern Army is no longer able to push down into, resulting in Syrian forces getting a chance to escape. By now, Syria's government has been fully alerted and is starting to send forces. At the same time, Lebanon joins the war. So now Turkey's just going to get even more land if they win. But as of right now, they are nowhere near Damascus. Just have to go from here all the way here. And that would leave them very wide. Probably an open to an encirclement. But now the Turkish decide that they're gonna attack from another direction. This time in the northeast of Syria. Turkey starts an offensive to capture some more land and to divert Syrian forces. Very far northeast Syria, there's only a few thousand soldiers that make a smaller advance into Syria. Into northeastern Syria. From the Turkish border. Same time on the coast, they continue to capture more and more land. They capture more than enough land to almost entirely block off Syria's coastline, and their northern advance starts pushing southward. Now, by the end of the first 2 weeks of the war, this is what I think the front line would be like. Something along the lines of this, I think, will be in the first 2 weeks. Let's assume that Turkey doesn't send, like, half of their soldiers. In that case, Syria is dead in a month. It's probably dead in a month in that case. So, yeah. So, assuming that they only send, like, a good few 100,000, they send, like, 60,000 soldiers. They're occupying most of Syria's coastline. This advance is now going to push into Lebanon. The following weeks. This advance actually is going to break into two. One going east, outflanking the Syrian forces up here. The second, pushing southward to Damascus. That is actually going to stop around here until reinforcements can arrive. Obviously, though, now Lebanon soldiers are here, and Turkish soldiers now start making much less progress. But they surround a small part of them, and they are forced to retreat further south into Syria. At the same time, they widen their advance to stop this from happening. Obviously, by the time Syria and Lebanon are ready to attempt to push Turkey back, it's quite literally lost at this point. After all, Turkey has a lot more soldiers. They are making ground fast, both towards Syrian forces that can get encircled and towards Damascus. It's from the north. At the same exact time, Syrian forces are still on their retreat in northeast Syria. They're finally able to halt the Turks. Which around here. Most of northern Syria is captured within a month. Turkey's terms are that Syria and Lebanon just be annexed into the new Turkish Empire. And it's that Lebanon offers that Turkey just take Syria's coastline. And Turkey makes a counteroffer saying this. But they still don't agree, so the war continues on. Turkish forces continue to throw themselves southward. Get up. Okay. Anyways. Now, so Turkish forces begin to link up. And this entire northern Syrian area just surrendered. And with it, they were now able to help secure this area's right flank. And so with that, Syrian forces in that region had no choice but to make an even further withdrawal, ever closer to Damascus. But now that the Turks had a much better flank, they were able to push down all the way towards Damascus. It looked like the Turks were going to win. And just 3 months in. But then, I know something else had to happen for Turkey to win. That no one else would join this war. And it looked like somebody else would. Iraq. But now they were starting to change their mind after seeing what had happened to Syria when they fought Turkey. They're fighting Turkey. Iraq decides to stay out of it. So yeah, things were looking very good. But now that the Turks were right next to Damascus, they surrounded the city. Obviously, with Damascus surrounded, it inevitably surrenders. And large forces start to collapse. Forces were surrendering, left and right. Only Lebanese forces were able to survive. And Syria officially surrendered. Lebanon attempts to sue for peace. The Turkey doesn't want peace. They want to fully defeat them. Now Lebanese forces retreat, knowing that they can't hold. They fully pull back out of Syria, but it's already too late. The Turks invade from the north. The Lebanese campaign was surprisingly good for Lebanon. They didn't lose as many soldiers as they really should have. Then, one Lebanese general decided to push in between two Turkish armies, and he threatened to cut off an entire Turkish army. And with it, he rescued some soldiers near the coast, and he bought Lebanon time. Lebanon a few weeks. But on the other side, Turkey had just continued its great advance. Turkey was probably still gonna win. Then Turkey invaded from southern Syria, attempting to push to the southern border. Then though, suddenly something big happened. Israel joined the war. And Israel made a big help, because now it wouldn't take actual ages to stop them. From stop Lebanon. Now Turkey could focus on the north. And with Lebanon now being crushed on all sides, Lebanon's final soldiers were steadily retreating until they had no choice but to fight. And they fought. The Israelis in the south won battles but with high casualties. The Turks did the rest of the work. The Turks made their last offensive against Lebanon. Lebanese forces were crushed into a small pocket where they were finally finished off. Finally, they had won. So now it was time for the new border. Israel got a large part of southern Lebanon, on for their contributions. Turkey got basically the rest of the land. Creating the new Turkish Empire So by the end of the year, Turkey had finally managed to beat Syria. Turkey is now one of the 15 strongest countries in the world. And that's it for this episode of Road to World War III. Bye-bye.